All right, looks like we're live. Here we go. Hello, welcome. I have not been live through StreamYard in quite a while, so I'm excited to be here with you all and hanging out. We're going to check the sound real quick and get into this tonight. But thanks for coming here and hanging out this evening. I call it Get Lifted TV. That's right. Who's here on Get Lifted TV? So let's go do a little check real quick. Always got to check the sound. It's a good idea. Let's see here. There we go. All right, cool. We are live. We are on. Good to see you this evening and hanging out. And hey, it's Rob Lohman over at Lifted from the Rut. Hold on, I gotta make sure there's not a dog underneath the chair. Make sure our new puppy's not hanging out down below there. So, hey, thanks for tuning in today. Excited to connect, and always love to know who's on, who's hanging out. I got on my Christmas gear tonight. I love having a green screen because if you check it out, this is actually green right here, but it disappears, which is kind of fun. So here we are. I want to give you some updates. A lot of you have already purchased either one of my books and have either a Kindle version or the paperback, but I want to just remind you and talk about the free gifts I have for each book. So we're going to hang out here for a minute, let some other people kind of tune in. But if you're on right now, whether you're watching the replay or whatever, just go ahead and put your name, kind of where you're tuning in from, maybe Fort Worth, Texas, maybe Abilene, maybe Michigan. And we're just going to hang out for a few and connect. So where are you tuning in from, or from where are you tuning in? Again, maybe Dallas, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, down in Florida. Just a lot of people that tune in and tap into a lot of social media aspects are from around the country. Denver, Colorado. And just cheers to you on this fun week leading up to the holiday. So we're going to talk a little bit about these two books, the ones on the screen, but I want to talk about kind of what's in them, and then also these free gifts that are actually listed on, let's see, where am I pointing here? Here we go. The free gifts are actually listed on the front cover and inside of each book, and there's a reason for it, because I want to help people break the cycles of addiction. That's what we're talking about here, is breaking the cycles of addiction. So just throw it out there. I mean, if you're not tapping into from where you're tapping in from, what do you do for fun in recovery? Because we're going to talk about the details of each book, but giving people a chance to kind of stay in, hop in, and connect. So and I might do a book giveaway tonight as well, depending on how many people show up live, on the live, not the replay stuff. So if you're on right now, just say, hey, it's Bill from Charlotte, North Carolina or something. Just let me know from where you're tapping in. And that way I'll do like a book giveaway tonight or something like that. And tuning in from wherever you are, maybe you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, I don't know. But put in the comments if you have purchased either one of these books. I want to say thank you to you as well. Put in the comments if you have purchased the Addiction Intervention book or 101 Reasons to Quit Getting Drunk During the Holidays. Now, I don't know if you knew this at all, but if you're on the email list I send out, you get updates quite a bit. Sorry, there were a lot of them during the last book launch of this book, which just came out recently. I'm actually wearing the shirt that I'm wearing and the details of what I'm wearing on the cover of the book over here. But so here we are. So yeah, let me know where you're tapping in from today. We're gonna have a little fun, give a book away or so. These books are not in my possession yet. I have several of these books in the house, but all these are geared to help people break the cycle of addiction. Maybe it's you that wants some tools to go further in your recovery, or you're just sick and tired of the cycle of addiction in your life. Or maybe it's for a loved one that is struggling. Either one of these books are great for that. Now, the Addiction Intervention book is really geared to give you strategies on how to help a loved one break the cycles of addiction through the process of an intervention. And on the back of the book, this is why I want to talk about the free gift for this one real quick. On the back of the book are the images of the 10 other people I interviewed, 10 professional interventionists in this book. And here's why it's cool to have a book. One, There's a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom in this book that can help you, the family member, the loved one, clinicians that are trying to help their clients break free from addictions. So this is a great training tool for a lot of people that are just on your staff, on your team, that are on your staff, on your team, that you want to train and say, hey, we should all read this book. Whether maybe you work in a treatment center or you're on a recovery team and you want to learn about interventions. This is the book I want to encourage you to get. They're both on Amazon. You just go look up the addiction intervention book. But here's a cool thing about having a book with this kind of title. Not too long ago, an individual was looking up addiction intervention on Facebook or on Amazon. Found this book popped up, my book popped up, and I offer people the ability to schedule a call with me if they have a loved one struggling with addiction, whether it's gambling, sex, porn, alcohol, drugs, social media, gaming, whatever it might be. Just set up a call. It's free. And on the front of the book, there is a website, Your Free Gift from Rob. So if you have purchased the book, and let's see, somebody said hi, but I can't tell who you are because sometimes StreamYard, unless you give StreamYard permission to show your name, I cannot do that. But someone just said hi, so thank you very much. Whoever that is, if you want to put your name, I can figure out who that is later. Actually, let me see if I can figure out right now. Hold on a second. Because I want to make sure I recognize and say thank you to the people that engage in, oh, what's up there, Mr. Gooding? Yeah, that's right. Got the Jaywalker email today. But this is great for people with staff, even a Jaywalker, KC Gooding. You can order this for your team to learn, like, hey, how do interventions work? What's the process? There's a different way to help family members using an intervention. But the bottom line is this is packed with a ton of tools in here that you can use. And on the front cover and inside the book. So if you have purchased the book, just put in the comments, purchase the addiction intervention book, and please go on Amazon and leave a review. But on the top corner here at Your Free Gift from Rob, and I'm going to show you this real quick as I show the screen share here, because I want you to understand what is available for you. So we are going to pull up this one here. We're going to share it. And here we go. So just in case you didn't know, if you go to yourfreegiftfromrob.com, I give you access to all of the 10 video interviews that I did of the individuals I interviewed in the book. So please go check out yourfreegiftfromrob.com. But I encourage you, buy the book and then use that as a complementary tool. Okay, so that's one aspect. So that is the addiction intervention book. That's the free gift in there. And I'm telling you, I get comments, texts, emails all the time. Thank you for the book. It's really helped me. Even people that work at treatment centers saying it's a great resource for their team to actually read. So I offer you inside the book the ability to purchase bulk copies for your team. So if you're interested in that, please hit me up, let me know. But the yourfreegiftfromrob.com, and this book is a game changer for a lot of people. Now, the newest book, as you can see, there I am wearing the same outfit here, is 101 Reasons to Quit Getting Drunk During the Holidays. Now, here's the funny thing about it. People that don't want to quit, do not want to quit getting drunk during the holidays, get a lot of benefit from this book as well. Because they can see it as kind of a parody that says, hey, because inside the book, there's a lot of space in here to read and write about your journey into your relationship with alcohol. So I designed this book. We'll go over here on this side. So I designed the 101 Reasons to Quit Getting Drunk book for you, the individual struggling with addiction or substance abuse, to read the book and really dive into the questions that I ask you in the book. Questions like this. Here, I'll pull them up. So my challenge is, what role does alcohol play in your life? So I ask you questions like, How has alcohol robbed you of your potential? Hey, when will enough be enough? When will you hit bottom? Like, what does bottom look like for you? I always talk about I'm in the business as an interventionist and recovery coach and a guy in long-term recovery of bringing the bottom up to you or your family members that are trying to help you. But this book is geared to the person that wants to quit drinking and doesn't know how to. I was talking to a wife recently, and she was talking to me about her husband said, I really want to stop drinking. I just don't know where to begin. Okay, so this is really key and important. So, the free gift I have for people in this book 101 Reasons to Quit Getting Drunk During the Holidays is, and when you get the book on the front cover and inside the book, it takes you to a resource that's going to talk to you about early recovery. It's actually, if you're listening, this is really cool because I normally charge for this course. But because people buy the book and actually take initiative to go to a freegiftfromrob.com, then you actually get free access to my online course, which I do charge for, but it's free if you go to that domain name in the book. And I do that because I want people that are thinking about getting sober, thinking about putting substances down. And if your thing is gambling, then just put in here 101 reasons to quit gambling during the holidays. If yours is pornography, 101 reasons to quit pornography during the holidays. I mean, we can come up with so many excuses. At least I did in my own addiction, but I'm here to bring tools. That's why I wrote both these books. Both these books right here will help change your life or your family member's life trying to break free from addiction. So you pay for the book, you get access to the free gifts, and I'll show you what that website looks like here. So this website you'll go to is a freegiftfromrob.com, and it's my online course I charge for that's yours for free. Yours for free. So enjoy those resources. I just wanted to hop on and say, hey, whichever side of the coin you're on, whichever image strikes your fancy, these will help you. I have a gentleman who's going to buy a bunch of these books for his sober living house. So maybe you own a sober living house or you have clients and you want them to have a book that really serves as like a reflective journal with promptings to help you look into your own relationship with alcohol. This is great for a class. This is great for clinicians to give to their clients and say, hey, I really want you to think about what role does alcohol play in your life? I have no idea how many people are actually popping on to this live video or the recordings, whatever it looks like. But I can tell you this. If you are struggling with addiction or a family member struggling with addiction or a client of yours is struggling with addiction, please go to Amazon and look up either of these books. They're both on Amazon. They both, if I were to combine number one bestseller that both of these books hit, it's almost 20 number one bestseller categories, over like 30 number one new release categories that hit on Amazon. It's getting traction, and I just want to throw this out there. If you have an event and you want someone to come speak at it about addiction interventions or ways to stop drinking alcohol, I love sharing this information and speaking in front of audiences, have a heck of a lot of fun doing it. So if you have a sober living, give me a call. I mean, literally buy a bunch of these books. If you want to buy a bunch of these books for your clients, you can go on Amazon and just order a bunch of them right now or wait till I get my supply in January. But these are great for your clients. These are great for families trying to help their loved one break the cycles of addiction. I'm here to be a resource. And this is what I do for a living. I'm a podcaster. I'm an interventionist. I'm a coach. I'm an author. Actually, let me correct that. A best-selling author 20 times. And I love doing what I do. So I want to throw it out there. So again, no one's actually saying from where they're tapping in from. So we're going to take that comment off of there. But The reality is there's plenty of resources to help you in this process. And I'm here to help. This is what I do. 21 years free from chemical abuse. I'm talking cigarettes, alcohol, and drugs. It feels amazing. I love my coffee. I love Christmas. And you know what else? I love Jesus too. And that's where my faith comes from to help so many people around the country, around the world. So I'll answer your phone calls. I'll answer your text messages. I'll respond to your emails and your Facebook requests and Instagram, whatever way I can reach people through doing Facebook Reels, Facebook Lives, doing this out on LinkedIn, out on YouTube. YouTube's going to be big for what I do for next year, but all the resources I have available, I put in the back of this book. And here's the other thing. In the back of the Addiction Intervention book, I actually have a whole resource page, QR code. You can go online. You can go to the online resource index I have there for treatment centers and programs. They paid to be in there, and it's in the back of the book. So when you even go to the back of the book, it's people have comment on Facebook, and I got their permission to put their comments about what is addiction. But just at least if you're on here and you haven't yet, go on Amazon and grab one of these books. They're both bestsellers. They're changing lives. And this is why I do what I do. It's not easy writing a book, but I've learned the process and I learned the tools. And I'm excited for what comes out next year. No details on that yet. But it's going to be more of like a really deep dive into our story. And that's going to be fun to put out there. So, hey, thanks for tuning in tonight. I just want to give you those things. But, people are buying the Kindles and buying the books, but they're not going to the domain names on the free gifts I offer in the books. They're extremely valuable. I mean, think about being able to have over like 12 hours of actual interviews I did with the interventionists in this book. Not to mention that, but Al and Lisa look, check this out. I don't know if you know this. Some people don't read like the intros or the forewords and all that kind of stuff. But in this book, Al and Lisa Robertson from Duck Commander and A&E's Duck Dynasty, authors of the new season, Desperate Forgiveness, AlanLisaRobertson.com. Also have the Unashamed podcast. I mean, I got Duck Commander and Duck Dynasty that wrote the foreword for this book. It's a great tool. So you get to watch their interview. Actually, if you go to yourfreegiftfromrob.com. But again, don't just go there. Go to Amazon and grab a copy of either of these books. Here they are. The Addiction Intervention book, 101 Reasons to Quit Getting Drunk During the Holidays. And this isn't just about Christmas. I mean, when you look at the front of the book, it looks like it's all about Christmas and stuff. But I'm talking holidays are St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day. When I was an alcoholic and drinking like crazy, any day was a holiday. It was like, hey, this is Be an Idiot holiday day or whatever. Holidays are throughout the whole year. That's why I designed this book, to help people reflect on your journey during the holidays throughout the entire year. So again, if you work at a treatment center or you know someone that works at a treatment center, tell them about this book. Have them order it for all their clients and have them journal and answer the questions in there and write about their relationship with alcohol. You sitting at home right now, late at night, watching this replay, questioning, why do I get drunk all the time? Or maybe you don't get drunk all the time. Possibly every time you drink, something bad happens. I hear that a lot. Like, well, I'm not an alcoholic because I only get drunk 4 times a year, but every time I get drunk, I get arrested. Maybe, just thinking, you should stop. You should consider not drinking anymore. Getting alcohol out. Find another outlet, right? That's what this is all about, helping people break the cycles. And then if you have a conference or something like that, or you have a staff, or you're just a family trying to figure out how to help your loved one, grab a copy of the Addiction Intervention book. I really hope to be able to go check. And if you don't have a Kindle, you can order the paperback. If you like Kindle versions, just go grab a copy of a digital copy of the Kindle book. Please let people know about these resources. It's not for my benefit. Do I benefit from the books being sold? Yes, that's why I wrote them. It's not a charity thing. But, oh, the other thing I was going to tell you too. If you need to do a fundraiser, I will hook you up and help you out with an extremely discounted price of these books that you can sell for retail yourself and raise money for, I don't know, your program or whatever it might be. So that's it for now. I'm going to go enjoy my evening. God bless you all. And again, remember, you can bring the bottom of your life, the bottom of your addiction can be right now, in this moment. In fact, I'll even throw my phone number up here. If you have questions, there's my website, and there's my phone number. There's my website and my phone number directly to my cell phone, which is right here, available. I don't know. Let's see. I got a text message from somebody. Let's see what it says. Oh, that's funny. Oh, yep. Oh, that's funny. All right. So let's see what we have here. Do. All right. Oh, that's good. We got a little message here. Okay, cool. Here, I got to respond to somebody. Hop on. That's hilarious. All right, so a friend of mine just texted me and said, "Bro, check. How you doing on a scale from 1 to 10?" Hey, I'm doing a 10 right now because I'm talking about things I'm passionate about doing. I'm talking about writing books. Let me ask you this. If you're watching right now, do you have a book that you want to write? Have you ever thought about writing a book? I guess that's a question. As a 2-time best-selling author on Amazon, I ask you the question, do you have a desire to write a book also? I mean, check them out. They're right here, physical books. They're a blast to put together, but also books that bring value. You know, I'm not talking about like how to make 8 figures in 6 months. I'm talking about how to stop addiction in your family, how to save lives through recovery. So again, grab a copy of the book. Oh, that's funny. All right. It's a challenge. It's a text challenge from a buddy of mine. But, you know, the cool thing is I can go throughout the day and just check and be like, wow, let's see how many people ordered books today. And sometimes it's like, wow. And sometimes it's like, wow. But it's not about the books. It's about changing lives and saving lives. The more books that are in people's hands, I want to tell you this real quick. We had a huge book launching party on September 29th, gave out 100 plus books to people. So there's 100 of these books that were out on the market because people came to an event and grabbed a book for themselves and other people and dispersed them to others. That's what this is all about. But hey, go to Amazon, look these titles up, please. Check them out. Maybe grab a copy for a friend of yours. I don't think you can get it before Christmas right now, but it can come right after Christmas or before the new year. But again, the holiday is anytime. Addiction doesn't sleep, and neither does recovery. I mean, imagine getting awesome tools for your recovery and the recovery of a loved one. So please make a comment, share the post, get it out there. I mean, we're streaming right now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different media outlets: LinkedIn, YouTube, all the Facebook groups I have for the private members, and Facebook in general. So it's a great way to connect. It's a great way to just help change people's lives. But please leave some comments. Hey, give me some encouragement. Tell me you're listening. Tell me you're watching. Because this Get Lifted TV right down here. Oh yeah, I have my Christmas beard is growing right now. My Get Lifted TV program will be kicking off next year. We're going to do a lot more live podcast interviews. Those will turn into podcast episodes and YouTube. So we're going to have a lot of fun. And if you're sticking here till the end of this, here's something kind of cool. We'll see who's still here at the end. Not everybody watches the videos to the end. Next year, officially going to be talking to people that want to become and pursue becoming an interventionist. Details will be coming out. I'm excited for that. I've already been training one gentleman, but I want to expand the team and bring some other interventionists on the team. So if that's you and you're interested and says, hey, I want to learn about interventions and how do I do them and want to get trained. Again, I mean, I wrote the book, the Addiction Intervention book. I know a few things or two, a couple cool tips and tricks and tools and things like that to help bring about a desire for people. Because people always say, well, he's not going to ever get sober until something happens. Why do we want to wait? I look at this like this. We're holding a life jacket or one of those, not life preservers, but flotation devices, right? That you can throw out to someone and they're drowning in the ocean. They're sitting there drowning and you're holding the tool that can save their life. And all you're doing is you're watching them and saying, well, when they're ready, I'll throw it to them. When they're ready for it, I'll give them the tool that can save their life. And then they drown and they're gone. And you're like, crap, I'm still holding a life preserver in my hand. I should have thrown it earlier. This is what I'm giving you. I'm giving you a life preserver to save as a tool. I said this once in a post. I was like, I'm off to so-and-so to go save a life. And someone's like, are you the one saving the life? Isn't it God? I was okay. Let's get over semantics, people. People just look for reasons to beef. It's like, hey, I'm out there flying around the country working with families as a catalyst for someone to change their life. Okay. I'm not saving their life, but I'm out there doing the work. These books can help you do it. So if you haven't picked one up yet, please grab one, order one for a friend. Heck, go on Amazon and send one to your cousin Billy, some other state, and say, read this book, dude. Something like that. And here's why I do things like that. September, I did this Swim for Recovery campaign. It was really cool. Swam a mile a day to create awareness, and it was awesome. Met a young guy. He ended up liking what I did. He donated to my nonprofit. And his mom loved the fact that he met with me for coffee soon thereafter. We had a great conversation over coffee. She was so excited that he met with me, and the conversation he told his mom that she actually made a donation to my nonprofit as well. But because of that, I'm able to send her a copy of this book, a book that supposedly she desperately needed for her own struggles with substances, but not a book she would have received from her son. So I got to send the copy of this book to someone that was struggling because her son met with me for coffee and liked what we talked about. I'm just out. God's called me to just go. So someone calls, I'm going to go based on schedule and availability, of course. But that's why I wrote these books, to help people. So if your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your coworker, your former spouse, your kids that won't talk to you, if you have anyone in your life, because here's the thing, people will ask me and say, Rob, what do you do? And if most people ask you what you do, they'll say, what do you do? Well, I'm a financial planner, or I'm this, or I'm that. When people ask me what I do, I don't tell them. That's kind of weird, huh? People say, Rob, what do you do? It's like, I don't really tell them. But what I do ask is this question. People say, hey, what do you do anyway? Say, let me ask you a question. Have you ever known anybody that has struggled with addiction or substance abuse? 9 times out of 10, they say, oh, yeah, my boss does, my friend does, my aunt, my uncle, my son does. Or the horrible comments of, well, my loved one did, and they lost their life to addiction. I wish I would have known this information before, right? So I just ask people if they've known anyone that struggled with addiction. 9 times out of 10, people are like, oh, yeah, I know somebody, or they themselves or whatever. I say, well, that's what I do. I help people break those cycles, or I help people find freedom. So please go to Amazon, grab a copy of the book, send it to yourself or a loved one or a friend or a boss, or heck, buy 50 of them and take them back to your treatment center and let people use 101 Reasons to Quit Getting Drunk During the Holidays book as a reflective journal to look at their own relationship with alcohol. Grab a copy of the Addiction Intervention book if you're curious on how to help a loved one break the cycle, or you work at a treatment center and you want to order 20 copies for your staff. You just order a bunch of them, have them read it. They're going to learn a great deal of information. So that's all I got for tonight. It's 6:31. I wanted to go only a half an hour, so I'm right there at the cusp. And hey, we'll see you on the next Facebook Live. Expect to see me regularly scheduled times in 2023. So thanks for tuning in. We had people tuning in from the I Still Believe movement, Addiction Intervention group, Identity and Freedom in Jesus Christ group, Lifted from the Rut, people on LinkedIn, YouTube, we're all over the place. Thank you, StreamYard, for having a great platform where I can do cool stuff like this, and for my fun little studio here. Hey, if you know me really well and you got an addiction story, I don't just let strangers into my house, but I have a whole studio here. If you know me and I know you and you want to come share your personal recovery story, shoot me a message. We'll try to figure something out. That's it for now. God bless. Have a good night. Bye, bye, bye.